Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is Sagittarius, Sun, Moon or Rising. It's a weekly reading for September the 2nd to the 8th. So your cards here, Saggy, we have the Oracle card, the Great Gathering. I'll read you out that in a moment. Past position, we have the Hermit clarified with the Four of Wands. Present, Queen of Wands clarified with the Four of Cups. Future, we have the Fool clarified with the Knight of Swords. So I'm going to start by reading out your Oracle card here because I really think it's going to set the tone for the reading here. So, the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. You're being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. As you travel and share your creations, something is rethreaded. The card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at soul level, or that you already are. You are being called to gather groups of people either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. Yeah, so I really think that you are seeking that deep level of fulfillment. You're seeking to come together with like-minded people. I also think that there's a strong sense of, on a spiritual soul level, being guided by your spirit guides, your ancestors, that type of thing, when this card comes in. So let's see how that plays out in the reading. So past position, we have the Hermit and we have the Four of Wands. Yeah, okay. So look, I think what you're truly seeking is stability, solidity in your life. You know, the Four of Wands really is a card about, you know, four stable corners, finding solidity in your life, whatever that means to you. For some of you, that might actually be finding that soulmate, settling down, having a home, having a happy home life. For other people, you know, solidity might be through getting that job that's going to give you the financial security to, you know, then be able to do the things in your life that you truly desire, like travel, or, you know, or once again, it links into that home, that kind of thing. For some of you, that might be finding stability on an internal level, coming back to a place of emotional stability, a sense of self-security, a sense of self-development, that type of thing. So I really feel like, you know, in the past, some of you have been going through a period of seeking for this, and you've been seeking for it internally, you know, going within and really doing some thinking, doing some reflection, really doing some soul searching as to how you can actually bring this into your life. You know, the Hermit energy really does link to that sense of, you know, spiritual self-development, you know, truly seeking the answers in your internal realm. And with the Hermit energy, you know, it can unfold over a longer period of time. It has been said to have a 9-month energy. And, you know, slowly by slowly, little by little, as you go through that process, I feel like that pathway will start to reveal itself to you. Maybe it already has. This is in your past position. But I feel like it is starting to opening up because, you know, towards the end of the week, we can clearly see that you're starting out on that path. So with the Hermit, you know, it really is that light that links to the star energy, that light of being divinely guided, starting to gather brightness and reveal the way forward step by step. You know, the light only may be bright enough now or in the past to sort of see 1 or 2 steps in front of you. But, you know, as you kind of move forward, just by taking that forward progression, then it starts to get brighter and brighter until you can actually see the pathway open up in front of you. And, you know, linking to that star energy, some of you may have needed to go through a period of healing. You know, you might have had hurts in the past in that home realm, or something that has actually affected your sense of stability in your life, and you've really been seeking, you know, how can I not let that happen again, or how can I create a more secure future for myself? So yeah, some of you might have been going through a period of restoration under that Hermit energy. But, you know, this is, you know, the Hermit, it's really the starting of divine guidance, and we also see that in the full energy that's coming in later on. And, you know, your Oracle card really is all about being guided maybe by, your soul tribe. So I really feel that you are being supported, universally supported and guided through this process. So focus energies this week, we have the Queen of Cups and we have that clarified with the Four of Cups. So yeah, I really feel like, this is you coming out of that Hermit energy. The reason why I say that is because I feel like what you were seeking was that sense of security and stability. Well, the Queen of Cups has achieved that. She is probably one of the masters, probably the master of emotional stability and security, apart from the King of Cups in the Tarot deck. So she is somebody who can exist in the, emotional waters of life. It doesn't matter what things come her way that try and shake her. She is unshakable. Look at these strong, solid cliffs behind her, the cliffs of Dover. It doesn't matter how tumultuous this water gets, which represents emotions or emotional situations or things being thrown at you. Those cliffs are not going to come down. And she's so secure in her abilities to handle that she sits right on the shoreline of it. She's like, bring it on, it's not going to bring me down. And you'll notice it in the King of Cups, he sits right in the waters. So he's like that one step on from the Queen of Cups. So she's compassionate, she's mature, she's intuitive, and she is emotionally in control, so much so that she carries her emotions in this beautiful gilded cup, and she's got total control and mastery over them. That's what you learned through that hermit period, that hermit phase that you went through. And she can decide when she lets them out, how she processes them. But yeah, either way, she holds them in the cup and she has the ability to let them out or to contain them as she chooses. So yeah, we have this clarified with the Four of Cups, which is interesting. So, what you are truly seeking now is you are seeking fulfillment on an emotional level. You're not going to let things come into your life that are going to give you anything less. That's what I'm feeling. You're really seeking this kind of reality, the, abundance on the home front, on relationships, emotional fulfillment. And I think if someone does come in with an offer that doesn't measure up, well, you're not going to be accepting that. Look at this kind of, the difference in this sort of plain cup here, and then look at this beautiful cup here. This is what you're really seeking. You're really seeking the full level. You're seeking that Ace of Cups reality, not anything that doesn't measure up. And we have the three here. The formation of three for me is always the beginnings of manifestation. So I feel like you are beginning to draw into you those situations, people, partnerships, relationships, career opportunities that are fulfilling you at a soul level. But there might be a few false starts, and I think they are kind of like little tests. So if things come in for you, no matter what it may be into your life on this new journey that you're in, whether it's an offer of love or friendship or a job offer, if it doesn't fulfill you, then yeah, you think you have every right to reject it. And I think that is going to be the test of being okay with saying no and not picking up on every opportunity that comes and holding out for those ones that have this level of beauty. And I think under that Queen of Cups energy, you'll be really tuned into that. And look what we have coming in towards the end of the week or in the future. It doesn't have to be towards the end of the week. It can be over the coming months, is really fast, solid progress. So it's a total pace change from the Hermit energy. I think you've been through that period of internal seeking. You've come out better for it. You've come out in a position of, emotional security and stability and in control, Saggy. And through that place, you really know what you want. And when that right opportunity comes in, and, there might be a couple of false starts and it might be very quick when the right opportunity comes in, you are ready to charge forth and you're ready to run with it. This is also, for me, after going through that hermit journey, and you had that sort of star energy that was burning away and starting to brighten. This is that door swinging wide open and you in the full illumination here. This is when the path forward becomes completely clear and you start to take those first tentative steps on that new journey. even though you may not know what the destination is. So I think here you see the path, you see your direction, you still may not know where you're headed, but you must trust that you're divinely guided under that star energy, that universal energy, synchronicity, to move forward on this journey. You know, the Fool is somebody who just takes the necessary belongings, lets go of the baggage of the past, and carries a light load on this new journey. The Fool is somebody who is not worried about the challenges, the mountains they may have to scale along the way, but instead just takes that leap of faith, has trust and hope and faith in the universe on this new journey. It's important to stay connected to your instincts, as represented by the little dog here, because your instincts will let you know if you're heading towards a dead end, or on the edge of the cliff like this Fool here. So by tuning in, you'll know the way forward. Knight of Swords, yeah, I think it's going to happen quickly. This pathway is going to open up quite quick after a period where it has been the opposite. It's been maybe a sense of not much happening, but I think under that Hermit energy, a lot was happening under the surface, and it really has reached that tipping point this week, and I think the new journey is going to begin very quickly. Also want to point out the 11-11 formation on the Four of Wands here. So I think that something could happen synchronistically that leads to this new journey. So be on the lookout for the signs. The signs. You might be at the lights and you see a number plate on the car and it says something, it triggers you. It's that new idea. It's that it lets you know which direction to go. It could be in a song lyric. It could be a phone call from an old friend you haven't heard from for a long time and something they say. You do have a lot of elements of divine guidance, and I really think that your soul tribe and your ancestors are with you, guiding you on this new journey. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty intense, really, Saggy. I think it's a fresh new start, and a new start that fulfills you on an emotional level. Don't settle for anything less, even if you need to turn away a few opportunities. In the meantime, you're holding out for the one that really makes your rebel heart sing. That's what I have for you, Saggy. Please comment on the video and let me know how this is unfolding in your daily life. I would love to hear. Keep in mind it is a general reading, may not resonate for every Sagittarius out there, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.